Hello and welcome to the Reykjavík Grapevine Newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson. I'm an editor-in-chief at the Reykjavík Grapevine. It's some lovely weather, isn't it? Polly is somewhere around here. Yes, there she is. It's not often we get nice days like this, but sometimes they're here. Before we start, remember if you buy a box, whatever box it will be in our shop, you will also get our newest Best of Reykjavík with it. So keep that in mind if you need something and you also want like nice information about where to go to eat or drink or just activity with the children and so on. We have it all mapped out in this newest Best of Reykjavík issue. So buy that box and you get that. But me and Polly, I guess it's time to work, right? So let's go for it. So we're here at Kleifervatn. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just a nice stop here. We're on our way to volcano for another thing, but it's a lovely place. Sometimes I go here to fish and so on with my kids. And when I was a kid, I often went here to try to catch a fish. I have actually never hunted anything here. I don't know why people go here. I hate this as a fishing spot, but some people are perhaps better in this than I am. But we're going to start with, because there are a lot of things in news actually. Samherji, I've often told you about this. They are the biggest fishing company in Iceland. They have the biggest part, like combined, they have a lot of quota, fishing quota, which has a lot of, it's very valuable. And therefore they are absolutely the biggest. They of course were accused of bribery and buying up quotas in Namibia, in Africa. And this became a criminal case there. Now there is actually the foreign minister of Namibia is in Iceland, and she has been like negotiating, or at least talking, both to our foreign minister as well as not the Ministry of Justice, but his like right hand. Only because it was just there was a meeting, it didn't have much time to set it up, so that's how it went. So we don't really know what they've been talking about. They've also been actually negotiating or talking, at least exchanging some information with the special prosecutor in Iceland. This case has been going on since 2019. It's a complicated case, but in the core, this is about bribery and how a rich Nordic nation kind of just used the corruption in one country in Africa to buy up quota to make more money. So this is like a criminal case. This has been investigated in Iceland for 3 years now. But not much news about it, so this is interesting. Also, there have been rumors that the minister, the foreign minister from Namibia, that she has actually been asking if there is a possibility of getting the 3 people from Samherji, the company, to be extradited to Namibia. Now, there are very clear laws about this in Iceland, and it's not possible. So it's going to be interesting to see how this will go, actually. Nice. So, and rental market. You remember our podcast? Some of you probably saw it. Other people have listened to it. We had a very interesting interview with this man, Guðmundur Arngrímsson. Where should we throw Polly? Just down here. You're up for this? This should make her tired. So, Guðmundur was actually on the cover of Fréttablaðið today. Today is Thursday. And the interesting thing is that he was saying, like according to the Eurostat statistics, it's a government, well, it's some homepage, I don't really know who runs it. there is said that the rental market in Iceland in the past 10 years have gone up, like the rental, what people pay for rent has gone up by 108%. At the same time, this number is around 15% in other countries. And keep in mind also, like we have a housing bubble in Iceland, of course, but it's exactly the same in other countries. There is nothing different in Iceland than in the UK or whatever. We're just smaller, basically. So this has actually, again, like kind of just put this discussion back into the public space. Thankfully, this was a lot about everything before the elections in May, but then it kind of died down. But Fréttablaðið is going there again, and there are elements here which are interesting because the mayor, of course, of Reykjavík. He is on the same page. He wants this to be changed, but he says it doesn't. His hands are tight. He can't do that much about it. Wow, I love this place, by the way. It's beautiful. And sometimes me and Arko here, we try to get the Northern Lights, but we never get them actually. We tried in the winter. If we would have gotten it, we would have showed you. But it's really nice to be here. Hey, Polly! No ball. Well, we have to get the ball, I guess. The biggest news today actually is about drugs. It's an incredible story about. It's connected with a huge French case. It's about the Angro chat case in France. I don't know how many of you know this case, but this was like a chat kind of a room for criminals. The police in France got access to this in 2016, and they discovered it then. And with hard work, they managed to see what was happening there without anybody else knowing. Brilliant move, actually. And they saw like a lot of French criminals planning a lot of things, very incriminating, and they got huge cases out of this. Now, some of these exchanges came in light that were actually in Icelandic, and that meant that they sent this information to Iceland, and now we have 2 people in custody in connection with 2 huge criminal cases. I think these must be like one of the biggest cases that have ever been in Iceland. One of these cases is about manufacturing 117 kilos of amphetamine in Iceland. This is new also. We in Icelanders, we have green fingers, I guess. We produce a lot of cannabis in Iceland. We're often finding this in apartments and so on. Well, not we, police, of course. Cannabis is, by the way, illegal in Iceland, if you're wondering. Also, amphetamine, there are, of course, cases where we have been arresting people with these, they have the ground material for this, which is very hard to get in Iceland. But these cases seems that they actually manufactured these 17 kilos of amphetamine, which is huge. The other case, also connected actually to the other one, is about money laundering of 800 millions of Icelandic krona. This is around like $6 or $7 million, for example. And these people, they used. It's actually an odd way they did this. I'm not sure how sophisticated it is, but they seems to have they got just random kids, almost like in the early 20s, to go to these banks, and they basically bought euros for 1 million Icelandic krona approximately every time. So this basically added up to be 800 million Icelandic krona over time, and there's still there is a man in custody in connection with this, but we're not quite sure how any other details in this. It was RÚV, our national broadcast, that actually scooped this today. And it's very interesting because we are now officially a part of this international investigation in connection with this French-based chat room, this Angro chat as it's called. And yeah, it's staggering, to be honest. Also, because interestingly enough, there have not been many news in Iceland about a lot of crimes. We have perhaps violent crimes, but not many of these crimes have been like drug related. And if they are, it's not that big. So it was perhaps bound to happen that they would get some kingpins in this. So I hope this will make Iceland both safer and a better place, of course. Let's see how that goes, of course. So it's a wonderful day. Me and Polly, we're gonna try to find the ball again, so just let it go somewhere there. I don't know how we could actually just swim there, Polly. How about that? See, we would love that, I guess. But this is it for the newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson, and I'm editor-in-chief at the Reykjavík Grapevine. This is Polly, the dog that loses her ball. And yeah, remember the boxes and the best of Reykjavík. And so on. What do you say, Polly? Yeah, should we find this ball? And this Kleifervatn, of course, it's very close to the volcano. It's a wonderful place. Either way, it's also like wonderful in the night. You should definitely check this place out when you come to Iceland. So, until then. Hvað segirðu? Já, dugleg. Sjá. Hver er fiskarinn?